here was raised by gnomes, so there's a lot
A lot of chanting.
It's cheery.
chanting.
I think we're all kind of
Yeah.
raised in obviously different households. But I think, we all kind of grew up on different types of music. And so I think stylistically that's kind of helped us to become eclectic in our ideas, and everyone's kind of thrown in something different, So it's kind of a good blend and mixture of stuff. But
Yeah, and I would say, what doesn't affect your creative process?
Right, yeah.
I mean, we're all sort of the summation of who we were born to, what experiences we've had, what we've been taught. Like this, they always say you're the product of the books you read and what's the other part of that?
The
TV
newspapers
watch.
you read.
The information that comes at you, and so
right.
and how you filter it. And so I would say we all, from the sunsets I've seen to the sermons I've listened to the people who've betrayed me. A lot of polka.
Jason's really into 70s rock.
But I think I'm the only one.
You're the...
Yeah. So I would say a couple bands that we all like is
We're
like
all- what are we
Switchfoot.
all
We're all
together
big
on?
Switchfoot fans.
Yeah.
Coldplay,
Coldplay fans.
Snow Patrol.
Adele.
European rock,
Adele.
Yeah. And
Motown. We all like Motown.
we do all like Motown. Who doesn't like Motown?
That's a good question.
Cruel, heartless people. That's it. I always say this, like, a lot of people want to say, I don't make, like, you make music with a message, I just kind of, everyone has theology, no matter who you are. Katy Perry is conveying a theology through the song she's writing, just as Casting Crowns is, just as Coldplay is, just as Muse is, pick anybody, and what they say, it communicates something, and so everyone runs what they're saying through a faith lens. They may not think of it that way, but we all are believing something or choosing to not believe in something. So I will say, when you believe, like we believe our faith in Christ is the truth. It's not just an idea that could be cool. We believe it is the truth. So there are certain, like, let's say you come to a certain line in a song and you're like, it would be so much more emotive to say it this way, but I actually disagree with what that's leading people to believe. So, like, this line may not rhyme the best or sound the best coming out right here, but there's certain sacrifices that have to be made when you're running it through whatever filter it is that you're using.
I would hope too that whatever we're most passionate about, and whatever was the line, like, glass can only spill what it contains. And like, so hopefully in everything we do, art, music, whatever, that Christ, our faith, is spilling over into that. So it's not like we have to be intentional to make sure our faith is part of it, but it's just naturally going to be there.
Yeah, what out of the
That makes
overflow of
complete
the
sense.
heart, the mouth speaks.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
I think we're hopefully, like, I believe people are on a spiritual journey, and I believe that Christ is the end of the journey. That is the truth. He is the truth. And so my goal with the songs you write is just moving people along, like, wherever they fall, like, just push them a little closer to Christ. And it may be very small for some, maybe a huge step for others. That's what, obviously that's what we're hoping to do. Would you say that was the pinnacle of our existence?
Hardly.
It was
Jeff?
It was cool. It was exciting.
What did you think, Jeff?
Jeffrey?
You were there.
I was there. It was a award show of reputable notability, and it was pretty cool. You're there with your peers and your co-workers and cohorts, and you're being honored. So it was cool to be recognized. That was the one when we were backstage, right? And the girl came up to us and told us that it was about a year. She gave us a date when she heard one of our songs and came to know Christ through the song. We were like, okay, that feels a lot better. Like hearing that tonight. You know, when you're up there getting applauded, it's conflicting because we're making music that is trying to cast everyone's gaze upon something else. So.
No, honestly, I mean, it's what's crazy about it is just that most people we talk to don't even see anything wrong with it. Like, it's just the way it's been for them. And I mean, there's all kinds of arguments about the value of music and what that does to it. I mean, I will say, because of that, people don't buy as many records, and because people don't buy as many records, we have to make our living by playing shows, and that means we have to spend lots more time away from our families. So piracy affects me spending time with my wife and kids.
It's a good perspective on it.
I mean, honestly, and because people think, oh, they're big, they play on a big stage, but the money that used to flow through the music industry just isn't there anymore because of why would I pay $12 for a record when I can pay $9.99 and listen to all the records I want and stream it? You know,
At the same time, though, it could be a good thing because the people that wouldn't have heard, music that had gospel in it are now hearing it because it's being spread a lot easier. So
Right.
it's like give and take.
Yeah.
Yes, your music might spread to more people, which is kind of weird that piracy could do that. So more people might know your music or have heard of you and come to your show. But at the end of the day, I'd rather them buy a record and support us.
We just sell our t-shirts for $150. Well, Jeff and Ruben here, we took a trip with Compassion. They basically, their model, we've explored this organization from the top down. We've gotten to see them on all sorts of levels. Well, I think we all can say there isn't another organization that I can't think of anything they could do better. I mean, they just really have a full perspective of poverty and how to go about really healing poverty, because there's just so many levels to it that we don't think about. Like, you can't just throw money at someone who's poor. Like, there's a deeper problem, on all kinds of levels. And Compassion goes in and basically creates a relationship between you and a child in a third world country, and you're essentially sort of adopting them, and you have a one-on-one relationship. You're writing letters, and both of these guys, we went to Honduras last year, and they both got to meet their child that they sponsor. Do you guys want to talk about that?
Yeah, I mean, it was amazing. I started sponsoring Nelson is his name earlier in the year, and we just by coincidence happened to be able to pick Honduras, which is where he lives, as a place to go to visit. And then Jeff has a little girl there as well, so we both got to meet him.
He really actually looked like your son.
It was amazing. Yeah, he looks a lot like me, but I mean, it was incredible. And then we were there with Compassion, so we got to see how they operate projects. And you wouldn't see a Compassion sign anywhere because they operate with local churches. So all the kids know is that this church is reaching out to the neighborhoods and helping educate and feed and stuff. It's amazing.
We've been doing stuff with Compassion for, it's been like 7 years. Even when we were independent, like Mike and I have been sponsoring kids when we were in
No, it's been like 11.
when we were in college. We started, and we just said, I love what these guys are doing. And we were doing like small little shows, and we just said, can we have some information to put on our table? We had no idea how we would later on be involved with them, like in a much grander way. But we just really believe that you can change, alter the course of a kid's life by just a small amount of money that we would, spend on coffee here in America. We can use and literally change their life. So it's been awesome. We love it.
Is there a place that anybody can go to support that?
I think compassion.org.
.com or .org, I think we have.
Yeah, and just check it out. I mean, like I said, it's $38 a month, so it's literally like a few mochas a month, and
2 mochas a week.
Two mochas a week.
Which some people are like, I've had 2 mochas this morning. I can't
So
give it up.
yeah, check it out. I mean, it's pretty awesome.
Come from?
This guy, 30 Seconds to Mars.
I had heard of another band that invited all their fans to come to
30 Seconds to Mars.
one location to sing on the record, and so I thought, well, why don't we try to give everybody the opportunity as we were toting around the States. So we just Twitter. We figure out a place and then just say, hey, show up, and so they get to sing on the record. We get to meet them and hang out and get to put their name in the sleeve to help fight piracy, you know, because there's real people involved. And, no, I'm kidding. But
We started putting them into the songs. Like last week, we started putting them into the actual songs, and it
Really
sounds really great.
Some groups required a little more auto-tune than others. It's going to be awesome.
What do you think, Brendan? What's next for us?
What's next for us is Indianapolis.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
The next thing is
But we just started a tour, the Rock and Worship Roadshow, with Mercy Me and several other friends. So we're really happy to be on this tour. This is the second date tonight. So yeah, we're really excited to finish the tour, and then this summer we're going to be hitting a lot of festivals and fairs. So that's the plan. And then late summer our record's going to drop. We just finished recording it. Spent the last 3 weeks or so in the studio, so we're really excited about that too.
And then next fall we'll be taking out Audrey Assad and Ren Collective.
experiment.
Ren Collective Experiment. The RCE.
Well, I really want to thank you guys for taking the time with us today, and we look forward to seeing all of your success and what you continue to do with your message.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
See ya.